Lachey from the Lil Lachey Show. Tune in every Monday at 7 o'clock right here on IAXISRADIO.com for hot topics, cool conversation, and me, your host. Gotta love it. See you there.
IAXISRADIO. You are now locked in.
Wake up to IAXISRADIO in the morning.
The future of radio and podcast.
Your number one station.
Welcome back to IAXISRADIO. We've got a packed show today, diving deep into the future of creation.
Absolutely. It's all about pushing boundaries.
IAXISRADIO, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
IAXISRADIO, WIAX, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
Something special dedicated just to you. Baby, it don't even matter, 'cause I'ma spend a bag on you. On you. Girl, I'ma show you that you matter, so I'ma blow a bag on you. Blow a bag, yeah, oh I will. Spend it on you, babe. On you, babe. See you lighting up the place. Got that natural beauty, ain't no need for a fast pace. We can hit up them boutiques, anything your heart desires. Lighting up these little fires, taking you even game I play, oh yeah. Just wanna see the smile on you every single day. Baby, it don't even matter, cause I'ma spend the bag on you. On you, girl, I'ma show you that you matter, so I'ma blow a bag on you. Blow a bag, yeah, oh I will. Spend it on you, babe. On you, babe. Every night. Baby, it don't even matter, cause I'ma spend the bag on you. On you, girl, I'ma show you that you matter, so I'ma blow a bag on you. Blow a bag, yeah, oh I will. On you, babe. On you, babe. Every night. Oh, baby, it don't even matter, cause I'ma spend the bag on you. Girl, I'ma show you that you matter, so I'ma blow a bag on you.
Come over late night, look good and talk nice, give you a piece of me, if you save all your energy. I know you've been waiting, testing your patience, keep kneeling at the door, just need a minute more. Ooh. Wanna know what it feels like. Ooh, wanna know, cause I bet it feels good to be bad. Kinda love it when it feels like that. The pushing, you pull back. Didn't know, but you feel like that. Baby, look good, you talk sweet. Every little thing that matters to me. So jump in, go deep. If you really wanna go like me, baby. He say my name, yeah, it sounds so good. Doing it just like I know you could. He get inspired, we feed in the fire. Yeah, baby, we go until 7 a.m. Wanna know what it feels like. Ooh, wanna know, cause I bet it feels good to be bad. Kinda love it when it feels like that. The pushing, you pull back. Didn't know, but you feel like that. Baby, look good, you talk sweet. Every little thing that matters to me. So jump in, go deep. If you really wanna go like me, baby. Gotta love it when you feel for me, cause every little thing that matters to me. If you really wanna go like me, baby, go deep. Every little thing to me, baby.
Oh yeah, D Majors, we got one, man. Baby girl, just come and get it. Let me score, hit it raw, let me nut up in it. I ain't trying to spend my days in the summer fishing. Told you I was gonna make it big, you ain't wanna listen. Baby girl, just come and get it. Let me score, hit it raw, let me nut up in it. I ain't trying to spend my days in the summer fishing. Told you I was gonna make it big, you ain't wanna listen. Your knight in shining armor, you my princess. Suck it all night into the morning, make your lips wet. Only took 6 steps, in the room still. Chapstick or blistex, without it is a mood kill. No hands, goddamn, that's a true skill. YouTube surfing, watching popping the balloon reels. Shorty got a fatty with the glasses. She going home single, or she going find an SFL to match with. Have a drink or two, settle and relax, miss. Had a little party while I'm gone, well I'm back, bitch. Leaning over when you walk and get your back fixed. Navy bra strapless, your page getting mad clicks. I don't wanna hear you saving yourself. High heels with no panties, misbehaving yourself. Solitaire, no one's there, you play with yourself. Should've known not to spin off, just let a nigga get off. Baby girl, just come and get it. Let me score, hit it raw, let me nut up in it. I ain't trying to spend my days in the summer fishing. Told you I was gonna make it big, you ain't wanna listen. Baby girl, just come and get it. Let me score, hit it raw, let me nut up in it. I ain't trying to spend my days in the summer fishing. Told you I was gonna make it big, you ain't wanna listen. You ain't wanna listen. Get your ears checked, brows waxed, veneer set, change your career next. In the dark with your neon truck, G700 Falcon, no Elon Musk. Take you through there, tell you what to do here. Everybody got a resolution for the New Year's. People go bald after they lose hair. Stress free, my side piece got a side piece. You won't stress me. I know the beat knocking, got the party rocking. Now the house with 50 miles, doors hardly locked in. Pick a playlist and blast the speakers. Whoever's passed out on the couch be the last to leave us. Massive hangovers in the classy divas. Couldn't catch you with their tongue out. Trash receivers left a little mess. Sorry, no relation. Ships with your face, you straight hand-eye coordination. Baby girl, just come and get it. Let me score, hit it raw, let me nut up in it. I ain't trying to spend my days in the summer fishing. Told you I was gonna make it big, you ain't wanna listen. Baby girl, just come and get it. Let me score, hit it raw, let me nut up in it. I ain't trying to spend my days in the summer fishing. Told you I was gonna make it big, you ain't wanna listen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of Community Megabytes. I'm your host, DAVON Franklin, and we got an interesting show for you today. You know what I'm saying? Right now, we're gonna get into the point of contentions. You know what I'm saying? But I'd like to bring my brother on for this one. We're just gonna get right into this. Yo, what's going on with you, Pat?
Another day in paradise.
I hear that. Yo, man, you sent me a couple of clips over the weekend. So want to get into you want to start it off with the black ICE agents, you know what I'm saying, and what your man was talking about pertaining to that. So let's get into this.
Man Wise on a Righteous Perspective, or ARP.
What was it? No, repeat it.
Wise from a Righteous Perspective. I think that was my man Wise.
Okay.
Good dude.
Okay. Oh, this is from Wise, and you from what do you call it? What do you call it? Perspective?
A Righteous Perspective.
From a Righteous Perspective. Let's get to this clip right here.
In a major development.
Is this Wise?
Yeah.
So we got to talk about ICE once again, because there is a clip that has been going viral online. One of these clips has over 3 million views right now, of ICE agents walking through the airport. And because those ICE agents happen to be black, I know Joe Biden would say that, somebody like myself isn't, it's a problem. And I want to talk about it because this is absolutely wild. And of course, you got some black folks pushing back, and that is a beautiful thing. I love to see it. But let's hop right on into it. Make sure you guys smack that like button. If you're not subscribed already, what are you waiting on? It's totally free. Make sure you guys also go and subscribe to my second channel. The link is down below in the description box. It is called Extra Rich. All right. All of those links are down below. And with that being said, let's hop into it.
No thoughts. You guys are the foot soldiers of a fascist regime, right? Is that not what it is? Is that funny? Is that funny? No thought.
You guys are the foot soldiers of a fascist regime.
My bad. So that wasn't Wise from a Righteous Perspective. That's my man Doc Rich. Shout out to Doc Rich.
Okay. So I guess what his subject matter was pertaining to, the scrutiny that people are receiving, or the shock that people are coming to see, black and brown ICE agents. You know what I'm saying? So give me your perspective on that.
Okay, so here's the thing that I find fascinating, right? So this side, I guess, glorifies criminals, glorifies like us being hood, glorifies the dysfunction of our people and all of that other stuff. They glorify, they put that up there. That's content for them or whatever, right? And that's what that's how they do that, right? And then when you see black and brown people maintaining a position where they can take care of their families, they get paid, it's a legal position, it's an actually legal position that's in our country or whatever the case is. Now all of a sudden they're sellouts or whatever. What are they selling out to? like if they're selling out to anything or anybody, they're probably selling out to their family and making sure that their family is protected and well fed, and they have a future, you know, because they get paid pretty well over there. ICE agents do. And if I'm not mistaken, there was that $50,000 bonus. Now somebody said that that's over a 5-year span, but then that makes that $10,000 a year. And I don't know anybody that can't do something with $10,000 a year. So they're protecting the country. It's a legal position. They're providing for their family, all of that stuff. Kudos to them. Shout out.
Shout out to Terror Vocals by Jamel. Thank you for being in the chat. Yeah, but I heard there's stipulations behind that though. You know what I'm saying? They have to complete the full 5 years in order to get that money. And if they quit or get fired or anything pertaining or lose that position, they have to pay that money back.
Wasn't that the same thing in the military when you received a bonus? Like you had to complete your enlistment in order to receive the bonus. Now I didn't go in with a bonus or anything like that. That was a fault of mine. I was a dummy. I mean, there was bonuses out there. I just didn't take advantage of it or anything like that. Yeah. But if I'm not mistaken, when you get a bonus when you join the military or whatever the case is, you have to complete your term. You have to complete like what your voluntary service was in order for you to receive those funds, and that's fair. I mean, complete the job and then get what it is that's owed to you.
That's ironic that you say that, because I'm hearing rumors by the grapevine that they're actually trying to get these guys deployed over there to, you know, engage in the war that's going on overseas. I don't know how valid and how true that actually is. That, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's speculation. It's stuff that's, you know, being shot out through the internet, through the internet streets. But I want to get into part 2 of the same clip of you know what I'm saying, the gentleman that you sent me. So let's get into Doc Rich.
Now we got to get into some more liberal response before we get into the nitty gritty. Check this. I got the hiccups now. Goodness gracious. Check this clip out.
So tonight I'm watching a video of ICE agents in Newark Airport. And I see this beautiful, young, she couldn't have been 20, 21, African-American woman ICE agent. The amount of black and brown people that work for ICE is fucking disturbing. You know that $50,000 is over 5 years, right? You know that you're never going to live this down, right? How could you do that to your own kind? How could you do that to humanity? Like, where the fuck is your conscience? You don't have one. It really just was so sad. Absolutely floored me. I couldn't believe she was an ICE agent.
Where's your conscience? You don't have one. Where's your brain? It seems like you got one missing. Whole lot of air up there, ain't it? How could you do that to your own people? What people? Americans? Because Americans aren't being deported. It's illegals. Like, what, just because I'm black, I'm supposed to, like, you gotta fight the fight! Just because I'm black? Well, I'm confused. These people, man. It's like every single one of them. The light's on, but nobody's home. You know? Every single one of them. How could you do this to your own people? What are you talking about, my own people? Black Americans aren't being deported, right? Hispanic Americans aren't being deported. Illegal black people are being deported. Illegal Hispanics are being deported, but not Americans. Get it straight. Get it straight. And what's also funny is these same folks, right, had nothing to say when the deporter-in-chief himself, Barack Hussein Obama, was deporting all of these different individuals. They had nothing to say about it.
I wanted to make sure I left that little tad bit in there, you know what I'm saying, before we exercise in that, because we're gonna get into that what he's talking about later on, you know what I'm saying, with another clip that I have. But go ahead.
So the Hussein part was a little jab. That didn't matter to me or anything like that. But what was fascinating to me is this liberal white lady sitting back shame on you for getting a job that's legal and providing for your family and also protecting the country. I mean, would she have praised them if they were in the streets? I mean, I don't get it. Like, okay, you're doing something good for yourself. Oh, you prefer that they worked at McDonald's or something of that nature, right? You don't make as much money in working at McDonald's as you do working for ICE. There's no career upward mobility or anything like that. I mean, or at least there is, but it's few and far between. Those guys serve their term out there at ICE or whatever the case is. They'll probably have the world open to them, and the world would be their oyster, as a matter of fact, for protecting their country when it comes down to these big corporations or whatever, should they decide to step up. Remember when we were in the military and whatnot, and you had those advanced classes and all this other stuff that you could take? I'm pretty sure those classes, those trainings, and all that other stuff go along with that as well while they're in ICE, and they have all these different opportunities, and the doors will be open for them for doing that for their country. Why wouldn't you? One of the preferential treatments that we kind of get when we apply for different positions and stuff like that is that veteran status. Even though you don't think it's there, it's there. And so why wouldn't they take advantage of that? And why is somebody wagging their finger at somebody for doing a legal job?
I think what a lot of it has to do with the tactics that are actually done. You know what I'm saying? The way that the way that the ICE agents has actually conducted themselves and went about it. Because in actuality, up until this year, even though we've had ICE in place for many years, they've never been they never been an issue or this much headline news until this administration came into office.
Exactly. They've been working and operating for quite some time, and all of a sudden, because Trump is deploying the ICE agents or whatever the case is, now all of a sudden there's a problem. Here's the thing that's interesting or whatever. That nurse that got killed, Pretty, I think his last name was, or whatever the case is, there's videos of him kicking a government vehicle, breaking like the mirror or something like that, something to that effect. I mean, I saw it in passing or whatever, but there was video of him prior to that incident where he lost his life, unfortunately, where he was actually attacking government vehicles and using his feet and all this other stuff, breaking stuff or whatever the case is. And so if you want to be technical about it, ICE agents or whoever it was, law enforcement at the time, did not do their job properly, because if they did do their job properly, he would have been sitting there in a jail waiting for his sentence or waiting to defend himself, and he wouldn't have lost his life. And so there is an error when it comes down to human beings, but you know what? When it comes down to human beings, there's always going to be human error, and that's just the facts. I mean, not everybody is built the same way. Not everybody handles stress the same way. Not everybody manages and copes with fear the same way. They might have joined that feeling like it was an altruistic position or whatever the case is, but then faced with that difficulty, faced with those problems or whatever, you're going to try and depend and rely on your training. But the human condition is just that. And there's so many different factors that play into it. And it would behoove us as well to allow these people that are legally doing their jobs to legally do their job. Now, I understand the mask and all that other stuff, that causes problems. But see, this is the thing. It's about trade-offs. If you want these guys to take off their masks while they're performing their duties as ICE agents, that's fair enough. Then why don't you tell the people that would dox those people, get their families exposed by their addresses and all that other stuff if they were showing their face? So there's the trade-off. If you want them to show their face and remove their masks while they're doing their job, and that's something that's a point of contention, I love that. If that's a point of contention, then make sure that you're not doxing their family and putting their family at risk because you want to stand on a pedestal and you want to stand on a platform and get attention for yourself.
Okay. First, Terror Vocals by Jamel said, I understand her sympathy, and she wasn't Caucasian. I think she was more like maybe Middle Eastern or Hispanic, by the way look or whatever have you. Not quite sure. But to go off of what you was actually saying, the thing of the issue when it came down to the gentleman that you was talking about, whether or not he was hitting the vehicle or not, you know what I'm saying, 2 days prior, 3 days prior, whatever have you not, that's not what the situation was when they horned in on him, threw him down to the ground, tackled him, and then ultimately removed him of his pistol and shot him. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, and I think as far as the doxing, as you know, for wearing the mask, they were wearing masks before people started doxing them. That was the biggest issue that people was having. It's like, okay, if you're here to do this legally, why do you need to wear the mask? Because you're jumping out of vehicles, you know what I'm saying, and you know, snatching people and grabbing people, and that could be quite dangerous, you know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying? Because ironically, the city, you know, you ain't hear more cases, more situations of it going the opposite direction, which I did hear reports that, you know what I'm saying, some asses was getting whipped out there in certain areas when they was doing when they was doing similar shit in certain areas. So, you know, if what you're doing is legal, you know what I'm saying, there shouldn't have been no reason for why you need to wear the mask. And but we gonna stay on this ICE situation because, like I said, I think it's more so how ICE has been used. You know what I'm saying? Like going into Home Depots and snatching people out of their jobs, going into schools and you getting people at their schools and places of work and places of business. When the conversation was about getting rid of illegals. You know what I'm saying? Not even that, not just that. They even got the situation right now where they're talking about deploying ICE agents to, you know, the soccer event, the World Olympic event or whatever have you not, as well as to the Marine graduation. I got a clip right. I got a clip right here to talking about, you know what I'm saying, the ICE agents that he's talking about sending to the graduations of these Marines. Let's check this out.
In a major development involving military security and immigration enforcement, the U.S. Marine Corps says Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, agents will be stationed outside graduation events at Marine Corps Recruit Depot, Paris Island. Officials say this comes as part of the increased protection measures tied to the ongoing U.S. conflict in Iran. Visitors must now present real IDs, passports, or birth certificates to enter the base, documents many undocumented immigrants do not have. ICE presence at these events could mean some family members face immigration questioning while attending Marine graduations. This marks the first time in recent memory that federal law enforcement has supported base access operations at Paris Island in this way. Officials are urging visitors to arrive prepared for extra screening. It's still unclear if this policy will expand to other bases. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more daily news briefs.
Now,
do you need ID to go on a military installation in general?
Yeah, yes, you do. That's I thought that was standard operating procedures right there.
Exactly. So I have no problem with that. I have no problem with ICE agents. On another note, and I'll go ahead and support this. Here's the thing: you were saying, you always say this too, and which is I find it fascinating because it's true. I mean, it's cause and effect or whatever the case is, right? So cause and effect. You're talking about them picking up people at Home Depots, picking them up in shopping areas, and all this other stuff. Cause and effect. All right. So the effect. That's the effect of the people that are grandstanding not actually working with ICE agents, because the way it's supposed to work is that if an illegal is arrested and they're in jail and all that other stuff, right? The way it's supposed to work is that that state gets in contact with the ICE agents because that person is illegal while they're in jail, and then once they get out, they get deported. And that's the way it's supposed to work. And that's the way it's quietly done, where there's no grandstanding, there's no nothing, there's just standard operating procedures, and we get it done quietly. Nobody is put in danger or anything like that because they're already disarmed while they're in jail, and then they can go the hell on. But see, the problem is, once again, that all these people want to grandstand and they want to make their meal ticket off of debating or going against Trump and all this other nonsense or whatever the case is. And so what they'll do is they'll put their constituents in danger because, you know what, one way or another, this dude is going to act on his promise to deport people. And so, because that's what the voters voted for. He stood on that platform, they voted for it, and he's executing it. If the states decided they wanted to work with him properly or whatever the case is, then nobody has to be in danger. Nobody has to make a news article about it or a story or anything like that. They're smooth in jail because they got arrested, and instead of being put right back out on the street so they can do more damage to the people, to the actual American citizens or whatever the case is, ICE smooth comes in there, swoops, picks them up, and takes them to their country. That's the way it's supposed to work. but cause and effect, because people want to get on a platform. They want to get rich.
Well, that was the issue that they were having with Christy Nome, because they was asking her the questions about why do they not get in contact with local law enforcement agents, you know what I'm saying, and local law enforcement agencies to let them know who they're looking for, where they're located, you know what I'm saying, so they could give them the information about where they're located at. They could go with them, but they did not want to do this.
You have politicians like AOC and Zoran Mamdani telling people how to resist ICE. You have these people also warning the people that they're going after them and stuff like that. Why would you give them the information and play your hand when you know what they're going to do is stand up there like a stool pigeon and sing like a canary? It doesn't make any sense.
Well, if you're going to give them red meat by showing up at Home Depot and at places of work and stuff like that, I mean, what else are they going to say? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Telegraph my punch.
I didn't put this clip up. But did you catch the story about the clown that actually hired a bunch of illegals to fix his roof, and then as soon as they finished the job, he actually called ICE on them to get them deported rather than actually pay them?
Paying them? Yeah, that's dirty. That's dirty. See, and there it is, the human error. See, the idea is good, but you know what? There's so many loopholes that people want to try and take advantage of these different things, and that's jacked up. I mean, obviously that's jacked up. So you don't want to pay these guys so you get them deported and whatnot. That's a cold pill to swallow, man. That sucks. But I mean, you know, it's kind of the way things are. But I mean, honestly, man, if they did things the right way, if not everybody was trying to get a platform so that they can get popularity and all this other stuff, and they just wanted to execute on behalf of the American citizens, and safety was the first priority or whatever the case is, none of these people would have been riled up to do all these different things. No Kings protest, No Kings #3 or whatever came up, right? Absolutely abysmal. How many black and brown people did you see out there? Not very many.
Because
no kings. What is this? The Lion King? Are these people hyenas or something like that? You remember that? The Lion King? No kings. And they're talking to Scar. It's like, you know what? The No Kings protest is ridiculous. Because if they were talking about no kings the way they're supposed to be, we don't want any kings or whatever the case is, they would have had that same energy for when everybody got locked down during the COVID period.
We're gonna get into that No Kings discussion right quick. You know what I'm saying, because you actually sent me a clip discussing just that. But I want to get this to the Marine rant pertaining to the ICE agents being at the Marine graduation right quick. So if we can actually get to that clip right quick, you know what I'm saying, where we're discussing where the Marine is actually talking about, you know what I'm saying, why it's not a good idea for ICE to be at Marine graduations. Let's get to this clip right.
Yo, listen up. I just got word about what's happening at Parris Island, and as a retired Navy chief, this one hits the home front. We are seeing ICE agents stationed at the gates of Marine Corps graduation. Let that sink in. Now, I don't give a shit where you stand on immigration policy, but there is a sacred line you do not cross. That line is at the gate of a military installation on graduation day. These young men and women have just spent 13 weeks in the dirt earning the title of United States Marine. They are ready to truly bleed for this flag. And what do? We meet their families at the gate with a fucking screening process that treats people who raised our newest defenders like a security threat? I've seen Americans who spent their 4 years in college talking about how much they hate this fucking country. And then I've seen the families who've risked everything to be here, whose sons and daughters are now standing on the parade deck, ready to give their lives for our freedom. You do not fuck with the military. You do not interrupt the one moment a family has to see their Marine. If the mission of ISIS is to stop criminal activity, then go find the fucking criminals. Don't find the mother and father sitting in the bleachers of Parris Island watching their child swear on the oath of the Constitution. This is a leadership failure. It's a respect failure, and it's a disgrace to the uniform. You're better than this. Semper Fi, Marines. To the new ones that just put that uniform on today, you deserve this. Better than that, you guys are the front line to our freedom, and hoorah.
I vehemently disagree with what he just said.
Okay.
I vehemently disagree. And shout out to the Marines that decided to take the oath to protect their country against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Shout out to you. Hopefully you guys have a bright future. Hopefully we can end these wars and you don't have to actually lose your life while defending this country. So yeah, shout out to all of them. But here's the thing, when it comes down to ICE agents being out there, it is documented that there are around 10,000 sleeper cells in the United States. What would be the worst case scenario would be to have these open whatevers, ICE agents. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's ICE agents or not that are going to be there. If it's not ICE agents that are going to be there protecting that base, it's going to be soldiers there in the first place. Now, I don't know if their intention is to deport people at that point in time or whatever the case is, but what it looks like to me is solidarity between our law enforcement. Even though we have our soldiers over there doing their things and graduating, congratulations to them, you also have this other front of law enforcement, or which is the ICE agents or whatever the case is. And so while you're having your moment in the sun, you're having your graduation moment or whatever the case is, understand that there are other American citizens that have your back and they're protecting the gate so that you can go in that graduation, you can get out without anybody trying to jump some shit off. So that's something different. I mean, that way, that's why I vehemently disagree with it.
Now here's the problem, because you and I both grew up on military installations, so this you ought to know better. You know what I'm saying? You ought to know better. It's not a piece of cake for people who don't have the proper identification to get on base. You
That's
understand?
right.
So you know, and I think the worst thing that you can actually do is mess with a soldier's morale and treat his family like a criminal as they're coming in to actually watch them graduate from. You know what I'm saying? From
That's not how, you know that's not how that works.
What happened?
You know that's not how that works, because you know that's not how that works, because if somebody's coming over to
visit,
if somebody's coming to visit
hold on, time out. Because you also know the checkpoint, and you also know the checkpoints that we have on the bases. You know what I'm saying? As well as people that act, and I'm pretty sure since the situation jumped off in Iran, that that the security on these bases have amped up to where you do have the surveillance of going underneath the cars and looking inside.
Right.
You know, of course that. So the ICE agents being there is not necessarily
having more bodies.
It's no. That's
what's wrong with having more bodies.
Hold up.
What's wrong with having more bodies to do it?
Let me see. At Minty Men, familiar support systems are being broken.
No, they're not, because when you go into the base, when you go to see your child or whoever it is graduating from there, your name is on a list already. And so it's not like you can just willy-nilly go over there. You have to have some form of identification in the first place, whether it's a driver's license or whatever the case is.
Yes.
So that's already been covered. But see, there's nothing wrong with having more bodies there in order to smooth up the process, in order to speed the process along. Because there's going to be more point stations where more cars can get through, more people are getting checked as they're going through, and that should speed things up. Just like they said Homeland Security was going to hurt all the airports or whatever the case is, and when Homeland Security went over to the airports, that thing moved smoothly.
Are you really anticipating a flood of illegals to be on a military base or go to a military?
No, what I'm anticipating, or at least I'm not anticipating it, but I'm thoughtful of it. What I'm thoughtful of is this being the big moment for the young men and women that decided to sign their name on that dotted line to protect them, their country against enemies, foreign and domestic, and somebody going over there with an attack because of the sleeper cells that were allowed to infiltrate our borders with that horrible border policy. And they're already set up over here. And if we don't have any information on those sleeper cells, then they have a perfect opportunity, depending on the weapons that were
that excuse does not fly.
No, it's not an excuse. It's preparation. That's what it's called.
Watch over graduation. Just like ICE being at the voter booths. You know what I'm saying? They should not be there.
You're talking about hold on. You're talking about taking down the morale of the
there's no other government agency
and children of the U.S. Marine Corps. What do you think that does to the morale of the enemy if these people who are willing to go out there and blow themselves up with bombs strapped to their chest and all this other stuff? What do you think that does to the morale of the people that if there is not any ICE agents, or if there is not an overwhelming presence of force or checks and balances or whatever the case is, and somebody actually slips through the cracks and blows some people up in their graduation? The morale of the enemy.
I think
for that not to happen.
I think as a nation, 250 years, I think for a good solid 210 years, this nation has been at war. Out of the 250 years of its existence, maybe roughly 210, 200 years. You know what I'm saying? They've been at some type of conflict, some type of war. Name me a time when we ever needed ICE agents at our military graduations at any given time in the 250 years of this country.
Technology is different. Drones and weapon technology and all the other stuff.
We don't. So we don't have. We don't already have. We don't already have this on a military installation.
A lot of the wars fought on drones at this point in time, anyway. But what I'm saying though is that we can't take a time.
Tell me,
not as advanced as we are right now.
Capable of manning our military posts. Are you trying to tell me that the ICE agents are more equipped to man our military posts and survey people coming in and out than our own soldiers who actually work and live there?
No, what I'm saying is that there's nothing wrong with having more bodies. And it shows solidarity between the law enforcement agencies, the military, number one, as well as ICE agents. It lets them know that we're all together. I got an interesting thing for you. It's not a clip or anything like that. It was something that I was reading this morning. Out there in Montgomery this morning, they arrested 63 people, right? With the cooperation of the local police and ICE. These criminals and all that, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. When you're working together as a fist, as opposed to standing open like a hand slap or an open hand or whatever the case is, you get things done.
Well,
there were no deaths or anything like that with these 63 arrests or anything. There was no shootouts. There was no nothing. There was balanced coordination.
The irony. You're talking about in Alabama, a red state, whereas the whole idea of sending ICE to Minnesota, a democratically ran state, was to use ICE as an intimidation factor.
No, and it wasn't. It was to get illegals out.
What happened?
It wasn't an intimidation thing. There was no intimidation about it.
Of course not in Alabama.
You can't even talk about Minnesota because Minnesota is. I mean,
well, we could talk. We could talk about it
in fraud. Minnesota is neck deep in fraud. The so-called proposed vice president of the United States of America, if America had chose Kamala and Tim Walz or whatever the case is up to his eyeballs in fraud. As a matter of fact, this dude is so in debt with fraud that he said he was going to quit being a politician forever. Now, this was going to be the vice president of the United States, but now that the hammer is being dropped on all that fraud that's going on, now he's going to quit politics for the rest of his life. This was going to be our vice president? Come on, guys. What are we doing?
You just didn't open a lane for me with this one, did you? Did they just your boy the Secretary of Defense is now under? They talking about his ass being under investigation for insider trading. You know what I'm saying? For the issues leading up to this Iran war, which he's actually governing. Fraud.
Results come up with the investigation. That's fine.
Trump. How many fraud charges and convictions?
Well, I looked up his convictions and whatever the case is, and he was convicted. Most of those counts were cooking the books, which is like standard. Hold on, this is like what standard real estate people do. They're gonna try and increase the value of a property or whatever the case is because they're gonna want a profit margin off the commissions that they get from selling the property, and so. It's not like that's never been done before. It's just that they wanted he got caught cooking the books. And so whatever. That's fine. I mean,
Cornelius Austin's New Rochelle, New York is in place. What's up? What's going on? One of my favorite areas in Westchester,
man, enjoying it. This
by
is
the way.
fun.
One of my favorite places in Westchester County. But we're gonna get back. We're gonna get back the next time we come back for point of contentions. We're gonna come back and talk a little more because I didn't want to blow too much up when it comes down to this Pete Hegseth stuff, you know what I'm saying, and the rest of this clusterfuck regime that everybody's supporting. But this is gonna
saying that, right? But let me ask you this question. Let me look at it. Let me
oh man, the fraud. The guy, the person that was in charge of ICE got fired because she spent how much? $220 million on commercials, only featuring herself. She had bedroom sets in deportation planes, and you're talking about fraud. That's going to lead me right here to this No Kings rally joint that you was actually talking about earlier. But I want to get to the actual news clip about the No Kings rally. Let's get to that news
failure.
Overnight, millions of people across the country taking to the streets from New York to Dallas to Chicago to Los Angeles. Organizers say that there were 3,000 separate demonstrations this weekend spanning across the country. The protests coined as part of the No Kings Day, aimed at voicing opposition to President Trump and his administration.
I think that it says that there are an awful lot of people who are not satisfied with what's going on, who are very unhappy with what's going on, and are looking for a way to express that unhappiness.
It's the third No Kings protest since Trump was elected in 2024. Demonstrators holding signs criticizing Trump's policies as an abuse of power, citing his actions in Iran. And in Minnesota, protesters braving the snow.
Dictatorships fall when people rise. And that's what we're doing. We're all rising up together.
Are you ready?
Calling out the president's deployment of ICE, holding signs with the face of Alex Preddy and Renee Good, who were shot and killed by federal officers earlier this year. Celebrities also showing up, Bruce Springsteen performing Streets of Minneapolis to thousands at the state capitol. Saturday's protest the largest so far and even spreading internationally, with people gathering on the streets of Rome. And the White House dismissed the nationwide protest as a product of leftist funding networks with little real public support. But it was incredible to see all of those people there all across the country.
Massive crowds.
Massive.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of money out there to put these leftist groups together, aren't they? No.
Yeah, they do. You know what I didn't see in those shots? I didn't see black people. I didn't see brown people.
Because black people had already said when the nation decided to vote for Mr. Trumpster that we weren't getting involved. You know what I'm saying? We said that at the election, said that after the election, and they kind of stood true to that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's more or less you could put lip service to everything, but there, like you said, there was a choice. You know what I'm saying, between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, and you chose Donald Trump despite all
not only the popular vote, but the electoral college as well. It was
and to watch him renege on the policy, some of the main policies, because right now they having backlash revolts against them because of this Iran war. This is the guy that ran and said that he wasn't going to start no new wars.
I got something.
Even went around lying about actually solving or preventing 8 different wars. I mean,
Okay, so here's the thing. Addressing the No Kings protest. My problem is not about the No Kings. You do whatever protest you want. I mean, it's free speech and all this other stuff. My problem with that is that there was no king smoke when they said you can't work if you don't take this jab. That's not proven. And usually when it comes down to vaccines, it takes 7 full years for you to have a vaccine that is valid, that you can stick into people. But they skipped that line, that whole scientific process, and here's a vaccine, and you have to take this. First of all, we're going to shut down your job. You're going to stay your ass at home. But you know who stays open? big corporations that have dollars in our pockets. Mom and pop shops weren't able to stay open or anything like that. Restaurants, all this other stuff. Where was the no king smoke for that? I can't make a living off of my own business that I generated for myself because of a vaccine that you guys, including Fauci, funded to go out there and kill the masses or whatever the case is. And because I don't want to take this experimental jab that you're telling me, now I can't work, now I can't support my family, now I can't travel, now I can't even leave the damn house or whatever the case is. Where was the no king's smoke for that? Because to me, that's a form of fascism that nobody seems to be wanting to
the no king smoke for that elected Donald Trump's ass into the office.
Exactly. Because what we do on this side, and I'm saying on this side, but my side is independent, because if you're a strong enough candidate as a Democrat, like Barack Obama was, you get my vote. If you do a pretty dang decent job or whatever, to my understanding, you get my vote. And if you fail at that, then guess what? I'm going to see who's the strongest candidate the next time, and we're going to go this thing again. You're going to be my next draft pick or whatever the case is. But see, there was no king smoke for any of the stuff that was going on in the Biden administration, during Obama's administration, or anything like that. Now, all of a sudden, we're talking about fascism and kings and this, that, and the other. I don't remember this dude locking. I mean, where is that fascism, this authoritative regime that people keep talking about, as they lived in 2020 under an authoritative regime?
Well, I want to get into this clip right quick to kind of like answer your question, because this might sum up a little bit of a lot of the envy and the jealousy and a lot of the stuff that's going on. We're going to continue into this talk. We're going to talk about how Obama did it better, because a lot of the conversations that and a lot of the things that we actually see that go on with this administration, you know what I'm saying, when they try to take digs at Obama. You know what I'm saying? I would be one of those to say that Obama actually did it better. But I'm going to let this guy articulate this, and then we're going to come back to it right after. Let's get to this right now.
Obama did it better. Obama did it better. The new talking point from MAGA is, well, Obama dropped bombs too. Yeah, he did. And he did it better. Obama was able to use surgical strikes and limited military operations to take out targets and not start a fucking war. How about that shit? He did it better. In fact, most of the things that the Trumpies like about Trump, Obama did better. We'll go with unemployment. Obama did better. Economy. Obama did better. Deportations. Obama did better. He was able to deport way more people than Donald Trump, and he's able to do it on 1/10 of the freaking budget. Yeah? And without sending fucking goon squads into American cities. Obama did it better. Obama was able to get across a healthcare bill. Trump can't. Obama did it better. Obama was able to get tax cuts for the low and middle class. Trump, for the upper class, for the rich. Obama did it better. So trying to say that Obama did it too on any subject just shows the failure of Trump and the failure of his people to recognize that everything that Trump said Obama did it fucking better. They just don't like that a black man did it better than a white man. And one last point, let's not forget that Obama was able to get Iran to enter into a non-proliferation treaty for nukes. Trump couldn't do it, so Obama did it better.
It's a matter of opinion, but okay, that's great. So check it out. Is it fair to say that? Is it fair to say this? Okay. So the one thing that Obama had, now you can acknowledge it, you cannot, you can disagree, I don't care. The one thing, the Trump card, interesting choice of words, the Trump card that Obama had, being the president of the United States and doing the things that he was able to do, and he used it a couple of different times. When he wasn't able to get his way, when Congress voted against what it was that he was trying to do and all that other stuff, all he had to do was pull up out in his sleeve the handy dandy race card. You're not allowing this thing to happen because I'm a black president. Yes, I watched it. I mean, and I thought it was well played. It's politics. And so you do whatever it is that you have to do to gain leverage. That's just kind of the way it is. But for the people that disagreed with him, as I watched his presidency, as I watched what he was doing or whatever the case is, if they disagreed, then you know what? It was because it was a racist policy or whatever. It's racism against what's going on. Just look at the history. I mean, I'll tell you what, as opposed to me saying that, I will give you the videos for next week.
Okay. Well, since we talk,
I won't have to just say it. I'll just prove it.
Since we're talking about racist policies, we're going to get into this conversation about the defense secretary under scrutiny for his decision for what is it? Trying to block and deny the promotion of 2 black officers and 2 women officers. Let's run that clip right quick.
Today, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth is facing increased scrutiny over a highly unusual decision to block the promotion of 4 Army officers. Senior military officials tell the New York Times Hegseth stopped 2 black officers and 2 female officers from becoming 1-star generals. In a statement to the Times, the Pentagon did not directly address Hegseth's decision, but said, quote, military promotions are given to those who have earned them. Joining me now is Greg Jaffe, one of the reporters behind that piece. Welcome to you, Greg. What more can you tell us about Hegseth's decision and the officers who were targeted?
So the main thing is that this is just really highly unusual, that the Army and Secretary Hegseth have been sort of bickering over this or arguing over this. Bickering's not the right word, for months now. It's not clear that Secretary Hegseth has the legal authority to pull these names off the list. Those are the main things, I think.
Okay, so can anything be done to fight it? And I remember reading something that he has to approve, or typically the defense secretary has to approve the entire list or not approve the entire list. Is that true? And in this case, does it apply?
Yeah, that's exactly right. So it's either an up or down on the entire list. And the reason is because the process is supposed to be apolitical. And so the idea is, in doing it that way, it takes politics out. The list has now gone to the White House, which will review it, and then it will go to the Senate. So I think the main chance to reverse this is possibly in the Senate, which could take a position that, you know, this process was improper and then kick it back to the Pentagon.
So, Greg, you also report about a heated conversation between Hegseth's chief of staff, that's Ricky Buria, and Army Secretary Daniel Driscoll. It was last summer, and it was about a separate promotion. 3 current and former defense and administration officials familiar with the exchange say Buria said President Trump would not want to stand next to a black female officer at military events. Buria, for his part, has called the account of that interaction false. But what does this signal to you about the culture at the Pentagon that Hegseth and top DoD officials are trying to create?
Yeah, I think that's exactly the right word, culture, or sort of command climate. I think there's a lot of confusion and uncertainty about that has grown out of sort of Hegseth's DEI, anti-DEI push. And his writings, both before he became secretary and his speeches since, that people were improperly promoted because of race or gender. And so kind of nobody knows where the line is, or nobody completely seems to understand what the standard is. And, you know, it's worth noting the language in his book on this topic was exceptionally harsh. He called, you know, many of the generals promoted under Secretary Lloyd Austin and President Biden, he described them as, you know, cowards hiding under their stars and whores to wokesters. So, you know, we put that language out there. I think it has a real chilling effect on people.
Oh, yeah. Well, on top of that, Hegseth has repeatedly said he wants to cut out woke from the military and make it all merit-based. But now the chairman and vice chair of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, all 5 service chiefs and 9 of the 10 top commanders, Greg, they're white men. So what impact does that have on our military and service members?
Well, I think it's worth noting, too, that the military, you know, is around 40 to 45%, you know, people of color. And so it's a very diverse military. You know, Hegseth likes to say that diversity is our strength is the dumbest phrase that's ever been written about the military or spoken about the military. You know, he says unity is our strength, but they're not mutually exclusive, I don't think. But so I think it says a lot to those folks. Hey, do I have a fair chance to rise in this system? A lot of people go to the military because they believe it's a meritocracy and that they'll be judged on their performance. And I think all of this infighting, all of this rhetoric causes people to question whether that's accurate.
Gotta say, I wish you could see my notes I marked up here. It's a pretty stunning report. There are yellow highlights all throughout this thing, so I recommend folks read it. Greg, thank you so much.
Merit-based from an individual who was a Fox News broadcaster before he became Defense Secretary. I like to get.
Before he was a Fox News broadcaster.
Yeah, but we
I'm not gonna, you know what? I don't know what his career was like.
I got another guest coming on. With like actually getting ready to come on right now. So we're gonna have more conversations about Mr. Hegseth and this administration. You know, when we come back for point of contentions on community megabytes in the next couple of weeks. So
sounds good.
Yeah,
See you, man.
Yeah, we're gonna close this out, man. Appreciate you coming through, and we're gonna take
For everybody that showed up, your time and your energy, certainly appreciate it, guys.
Great subject, great top conversation, man. You know what I'm saying? Definitely salute. So we're gonna take this up. We're gonna dip out for right quick, and we're gonna bring in we're gonna go to a record, M.I. Always in My Head, and then we're gonna come back with author and visionary Regina Hall right here, Community Megabytes on IAXIS Radio. Let's go.
From the minute that I wake, you're the first thing on my mind. Your smile still lingers on me like a melody in time. I try to shake the feeling, but it stays with every step. Baby, you're the kind of love my heart could never forget. And I don't even fight it. Boy, I let the feeling spread. Every little thought reminds me of the words you never said. You're always in my head, playing on a loop like my favorite song. You're always in my head, pulling on my heart like you can't be gone. Baby, every breath, every beat, every moment I get, I can't escape it. You're always in my head. Da, 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 da. In the middle of my hustle, you come floating through my day. Every thought becomes a memory that never fades away. I could travel every city, see 1,000 different faces, but only you can take me to my favorite kind of places. And I don't wanna fight it, no, I let the feeling spread. Every whisper in the silence brings me right back to you, man. You're always in my head, playing on a loop like my favorite song. You're always in my head, pulling on my heart like you can't be gone. Baby, every breath, every beat, every moment I get, I can't escape it. You're always in my head. No matter where I go, no matter what I do, there's a quiet little echo whispering of you. I tried to clear my mind, but your love won't let me rest. You're the rhythm in my heartbeat, the rush inside my chest. You're always in my head. Oh, baby, you're always in my head. Oh, can't shake you, don't want to. You're always in my head. So repeat like
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back to Community Megabytes, and this segment I like to call Inspirations and Advancements. And today we got an author slash visionary. You know, she's been around the way doing a whole lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna talk to her and get to know her a little while. This is the lady Regina Hall right here, Community Megabytes.
Hi, how are you?
All righty, yourself, dear. How you doing now?
Fine, fine.
We finally got a chance to get into the into the
Yes,
have a
yes,
conversation.
finally.
Yeah, I got a chance to shout out to Tyrone Lowe. You know, what I'm saying, he was responsible for this link up. I got a chance to actually look at your y'all's interview when you was together. We got a lot of similarities and a lot of things in common. Number one, you from Brooklyn, right?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
I am. Yep.
And you currently live in Virginia.
Yes, Virginia. I live in Virginia Beach.
Okay. See,
Yeah.
definitely, you guys got some stuff in common. I currently live in Brooklyn, and I used to live in Virginia Beach at one point in time. Now, you come from a military background, right?
Well, just I was married to a military man, so yeah, that's where that came in. Yeah.
Okay, so you did a whole lot of traveling around.
Yeah, I have.
As you was out there in Germany.
Yes.
10 years.
Oh wow, yeah.
What parts of Germany?
Oh, Back Kreuzberg, Baumholder, Wiesbaden. So we were stationed in Back Kreuzberg,
Okay.
where it's like Dexheim. And then we was also when we were, let me see, Baumholder, not too far from Wiesbaden. And
Okay.
my middle daughter was actually born in Germany.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think we played ball out there in Wiesbaden one particular time, you know what I'm saying, during our youth days. Got stationed out there with my pops out there, Ramstein.
Okay. Ramstein, yeah, K-Town.
K-Town, yeah.
Yeah.
Lived out there in Stuttgart for a little while. So
Okay. What year was that?
I was in Stuttgart in 95, 96. We left in 97, I think. You know what I'm saying? And then we was out there in Landstuhl, Ramstein area from like 89 to 92.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
I was out there and that's, let me see. I was in Back Kreuzberg. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, when they had a whole lot more installations out there.
So I'm a little bit older. You
Yeah.
know, I had babies. So you was out there going to school.
Yes. I was there in middle school and then finished out high school when we came back because we left to California. Then went back for about a couple of years and finished out high school and actually moved around and got a chance to see what the life was like outside of the military base. So
Did you like Germany?
I enjoyed it pretty much.
Yeah.
Didn't think I would, honestly. So
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was a lot of us there.
Yeah. It's true indeed. Now, you've been in the industry since you was 16. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. I mean, oh God, even in my book. So, my book, Regina Hall, Pieces of Me, I kind of talk about a little bit of that. And I'm also coming out with a second book called Naked. I was hoping that I was going to have it out around my birthday, which is May, but we have to see, pushing for that. But yeah, so, me being in the industry, when I was 16, my daughter's godmother, who was my best friend at the time, she's my daughter's godmother, still, and we still have a phenomenal relationship. And she was a songwriter. I was 16, she was 18.
Okay.
And it goes a little bit, deep. She came to, actually, I was living in Boston at the time too. So she ran away from home, wanted to pursue, songwriting and everything. And boy, the rest was history. So like it goes really deep. And I've met a lot of people during that time. From New Edition, actually, she was married to Michael Johnson of the Johnson Crew, and her brother-in-law was Maurice Starr.
Oh, okay.
So I was around during those phases of life.
Okay. You did a little bit of management.
I have, even with her, I've worked with the group Full Force as well, later, through the years of helping them in the management area, booking shows and things of that nature.
How did you like that part of the game? How did you like that?
I mean, Bowlegged Lou called me Diana Boss. That was my nickname from him. I mean, it was cool, I mean, I would get it done, get the job done, and me being in the industry for so, young and seeing how things, work and everything, it was cool, and then I just decided that, I needed to do things for me. I was always doing things for everybody else. So that's why I started my book and my nonprofit and things. It's not saying that I'm not still in the industry, with certain things. I am, but more or less, if I'm needed, I will still, dibble and dabble. But I really want to do for me now.
And what is that? What's doing for me now?
Well, I want to, my organization is called Echoes and Healing and dealing with mental health. I get a chance to really tell my story, even though, God showed me that my story comes into 5 series. I didn't write, one book. I wrote, I'm writing 5. And I just, my focus is that I want people to realize that you can tell your story and, don't even worry about getting judged, just, tell your truth. And, and me seeing things, so many things in the industry, it was very, it was very intriguing, and seeing a lot of things that occur. And just even with my life of me, finding my biological father and my mother, I grew up in the church and all, and
Okay.
just seeing things in life that I, when people say, oh man, all the things that you went through, I'm surprised you wasn't on drugs and drinking and all of that. And I wasn't. I was always the matriarch. I started at a young age, I've always felt like I had to be there for my mother. But if you get a chance, if you read my book, you'll feel more in detailed of how my life went. And I actually found my father 4 years ago. I had a great man that raised me, my stepfather. So, right now I have 2 good men in my life, and I just, even with that, growing up and seeing a lot of stuff,
How was that process? You mean your biological father?
So, I knew of him, my mother shared a lot of things with me. And it was crazy how, I mean, I was trying to find him for years, like I was going to even be on, I don't know if you remember the Ricky Lake show,
Yes.
and then I end up getting, because I was living in Kansas at the time, and then we end up getting orders to go to Germany.
Oh, okay.
Back to Germany. So my thing is that I couldn't do that, but it was a difficult time. So my sister 4 years ago, she happened to buy the ancestry DNA, at the gas station. Somebody was selling it for $10.
Okay.
So, and she bought it, and she was like, yeah, let me basically, she filled it out, and I seen the match, and I wasn't sure. But before that, it was another match, and it was a young man, and I'm like, well, he's either a nephew, because he definitely ain't no brother or whatever, But that, my father was a papa was on the stone. My youngest sister's 32. Yeah, my little brother. So, but anyway, come to find out, he was a nephew actually. And I was at I had just got married actually 2018, and I was visiting. I was in Atlanta I was actually at Swiss Beats mother's house. I went there for like a week. Me and my husband, we were spending time with them, and I woke him up. I'm like, somebody's, I think I either have a nephew or something, but this is kind of, weird. So I wasn't sure because at the time I wasn't really looking for my father through there, or I wasn't even looking for any siblings.
Right.
To that, and it just happened to be. And then when I was looking him up and everything, and I actually called him, and we were talking, and then I was like, well, it can't be your father. So he I believed that him with his mother, but when I was looking at everything, I was like, yeah, we favor. Me and him even favor, because I sent it to my kids, and my kids was like, you got a son out there that we don't know about? And I'm like, no. No, I ain't got no son out there. They was like, Ma, you ain't lying. I'm like, no. And it was just, things went on from there. And then the other one came up, with my biological sister. We're like, she's with 2 years, I want to say. She's 60 now, and I'll be 58 in May.
Okay.
So, when I end up, it was July the 5th. No, the 7th. I'm sorry. It was July the 7th. And I was coming from Richmond, and I see this number, and I'm like, who is this? So she finally, because I had sent a message, it was like back in like June, when my granddaughter was graduating, and nobody was responding, and then till this day. And so when I called her, she left her number, and she was like, well, who are you looking for? I was just like, well, I'm looking for my father, but I ain't looking for no siblings. So, and I just wanted to know, was he alive? And she said, we was trying to find you, and they wouldn't have found me because my birth name, my last name, it would have never been. I have a last name of a whole new man on my birth certificate. That's not even my father, but they wouldn't have found me.
Right.
And she was just like, because my mother, I don't know if you know, in New York, Red Hook and all of that, and everybody, back in those days, but my mother never denied, my father was a street guy, but he was also the only child, and my grandmother was a singer. So even my father was even in the music industry too. I should have sent some pictures so you could have just posted, but hopefully this won't be, the only interview. I could probably do a second one so you can actually see. But yeah, my grandmother, being a singer, and my mother broke that all down. But going back to my sister, and she was like, he's alive, and she called him, and it was like tears. He was choked up, and I just thank God that I was able to, connect, because I lost my mother when I was 30. My mother was hit by a car, actually.
My condolences.
So, yeah, and that's actually how I ended my book in a way. But and I was just like, everybody want to know where they come from, even though I had a pretty good childhood, but I still seen some things or whatever. And the man, that raised me, it was pleasant. I mean, he wasn't always a Christian type of guy before he even became a minister, but there was a lot of things I've seen there too. But I don't hold anybody. I think it's a learning experience. I don't have no regrets.
Okay. I heard that.
You
So what was life like coming from a Christian background, a spiritual background, and actually navigating through the industry? You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm pretty sure that, you saw a lot of things, and there was a lot of things.
Oh, let me tell you something. Being young and my parents, even though my mother was raised in the church too, but at that time, rebellious, like, I'm not doing that, I mean, I enjoy going to church or whatever, but man, we was going to revivals and all of that. And then all of a sudden they became ministers,
Right.
And, and they would mimic other people, like, meaning like, oh, you need to be like so-and-so. But I'm so glad that we did things on our terms. My mother kept us in prayer. You know, my mother gave her life over to Christ when I was 10. And then when I became, back then everything was a demon, you know. You listen to that. You know, I would listen to Michael Jackson, and I had the Thriller poster. And my father, he threw the poster in the fireplace. He said, "You hear them demons screaming?" I'm like, ain't no demons screaming, you know. So it was, we did things at our pace, and I'm just glad that we did. My mother, even though she would, say certain things, and she raised us up or whatever. Now that I'm an adult, I respect it better. Back then, I didn't even know. I still went to parties and I still did my thing, while you had seen other pastors' kids up in church. But if I would tell you some stories with that things they was doing, at least we wasn't hiding ours, you know what I mean?
Right.
We was like, bold with it, like, yeah, we gonna dance, and we would dance in front of, my mother and everything. It was nothing hidden,
Yeah.
So now that I'm grown or whatever, but it wasn't hard because my mother wasn't oblivious, and she wasn't holier than thou.
Right.
Did she make us go to church? Absolutely. She did. And I don't even have no regrets of that, because now I know my spiritual, because I made my children go to church, and whatever, when they became adult, I got a 39-year-old, 36 and 32. So, they're grounded in it, when they became, grown or whatever, they do what they want, but they're grounded. Like, they love church. They love the gospel music. They love all of that. So it wasn't difficult. And then with my best friend, Gloria, being young, and I would go over to the studio, and listen to the Stylistics. It was a whole bunch of recordings in the studio. Right. New Edition, New Kids on the Block, And matter of fact, because the Johnson crew, they were on Tommy Boy Records.
Okay.
So back then, so wasn't they? They were also on Tommy Records. So yeah, it all started there,
Okay.
But it wasn't hard. I did what I want to do, and I left home when I was like 17 and a half, really. I was on my own, I ended up having a baby and all, but I took care of mine. My mother didn't have to raise my kids.
I know that's right. Now you mentioned this a little earlier in the segment, but talk to me a little more about what inspired the your organization Echoes and Healing, and talk a little more about what it's about and how you actually help.
That really even came about because I did not even plan to have an organization, even with writing a book, because I was also the type was like I had to help the world. And at the end of my book, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do an organization that I can help other people donate so they can tell their story. Everybody stays in the closet.
Peace, Tyrone Green. Yes, sir.
And
go ahead.
Go ahead. You can say what.
No, because I guess the better question should have been more about the book. What inspired the book that led to inspiration?
It led to that. It led to that, and now in my life with my organization, that I'm able to help others go for therapy, because in the church there wasn't no therapy. You go to the altar and pray,
right?
But they forgetting. And then that was another thing. Pray them demons out, the mental demons out, Right. But that's not really was the case, because everybody was like, schizophrenia, all of that, bipolar. That's not demons, that's trauma. You feel me? And I just felt like even dealing with that, and watching things like that, because I had a sister that had a nervous breakdown, and she went through, my older sister, she went through all of that, and watching different things, because there was a lot of things that happened in her life. She got pregnant when she was 16. It was just a lot of craziness back then. And then instead of bringing us to have, therapy, it was like bring it to the altar. And I don't knock that because I believe God can do anything, but God can't do but so much when you ain't dealing with the source and the things that you're going through mentally. And that's where it was lost, that people seem to forget. And that's what my era, it was always run to the church and not deal with the issue.
Right.
And now me having my organization and trying to connect with different churches is like, let's go with the issue and put Christ with it, but let's deal with it. Even when people, I could go so deep with this, but
Okay.
I just felt like I wanted to do something different. So if a person can't pay for therapy, my organization will pay for the therapy. And I will find the resources to help them continue therapy. Like I do webinars and everything. So that's my goal in my book going towards my organization. But if I'm, I want to get people to start donating, because I literally pay things out of my own pocket to help somebody, else. And even men, a lot of men don't really do therapy, but I'm able to help with that. And I've gotten a lot of men under that are starting to do therapy because of my organization.
Terror Vocals by Jamel Jones said we need need therapy. What I want to do right now is we do have a ad
okay
of your organization, so we're gonna put that up right quick and show the people what we're talking about here.
You are not alone. There is hope, and there is help for everyone. Join the many others who have found the path to healing. Echoes in Healing is an organization that aims to create a safe space for healing, growth, and empowerment. Scan the QR code and begin your healing journey today.
Now, is that how they're able to reach to your organization?
Yes. I mean, you can go to echoesandhealing.org. Yes. And, whoever wants to gift, I feel I don't care if $1.50, it's just going to help somebody. And part of my my book proceeds, not part of it, all the proceeds really go towards Echo and Healing. And then I also have a skincare, reginasoils.com, and part of those proceeds go to that. Whatever I can do to help to go towards the proceeds, because even though I want to help the world or whatever, and I want the world, the community to help me help the world to make it a better place, because I spend everything out of my own pocket, but I don't mind, God blesses me, but if I can get the donations, I would really like it to help.
Tara Vocal said, we can donate there?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. And it also helps that when I do webinars and I have different therapists come on board, that's a great start because I give them an honorarium, and since some of them just donate their time. But when I do those webinars, it gets a jump start to therapy for people, and it's great. I done saved a couple of people's lives that wanted to commit suicide and everything. And now they're getting therapy. So I think God is using me there. I just, like I said, I just want to get it out there and get people to donate so I can help other people.
I tell everybody again, the name of your book, the name of your organization, and where they can find you.
Okay. So you can find me on social media through Echoes in Healing. So it's not it's NIN .org. You can also find me on TikTok. You can find me on Instagram, and you can also find me on Facebook as well. And I have a private group on Facebook. If you want to join, it's an Inspiration People Talk in that group. It's private. They're not scared to talk about it. And that's just what it is. And when you my personal page is Most Wanted Management as well. So it's most, and then wanted, and management is not spelled out, is MGMT. And that's where you can find me on Instagram as well.
You got a lot of hats too, so I definitely
I do. But one thing about it, that's why I said in the name Most Wanted, really, I had that name for God over 30 years.
Okay.
You know, it was like, call Regina, she'll solve it. Call Regina, you know. So but now God is using me in another way in this through my organization and my book. You know, I don't care what gender you are, I don't care what it is. Tell your story, you know, so you don't feel bad. And it's a no judgment zone, you know. And I just was like, I had to leave the celebrity side, you know. I mean, it's good, but it was time for me to go.
I understand.
You know, and as you can see, there's a lot of things going on, which I knew eventually was going to come.
Right.
People think that they can do things and it don't come. Yeah, everything comes to the light. I don't care if it's 50, 40 years, it's coming. And I've been to some of them parties, but they ain't messing with me. They thought I was crazy.
Right.
Yeah, they ain't messing with me. No. That wasn't happening.
And what's the name of the book again?
Pieces of Me by Regina Hall.
Okay. And where can they find this book at?
You can get the book on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, any platform. You just Google it. You can buy it on any platform.
Okay. Pieces of Me. This is Regina Hall.
Yes.
echoesandhealing.org. Make sure y'all actually check her out and if you hit that QR
definitely
code.
read the book, because when you go to the second book, you're gonna be like, oh, I should have read the first book. So it's really important to read that first book, because the second one, the title is called Naked, so you can really imagine what this book is gonna be about. Like, it's a little deeper, because I do take a little bit of pieces of me, like in the first book, but that second book is pretty deep.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have to talk more about that book.
I'm hoping to do a movie or a documentary, you know.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's my goal.
Okay.
Got some stories to tell with that book.
All right. Well, definitely we gonna love to hear it. We're gonna be looking forward to it. All right.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you for coming through, and please let's do this again. We stay in contact.
Yes, absolutely. And once you read the book or whatever, I can go a little bit deeper.
Yes, ma'am. Will do. Regina Hall on
tell you about Prince. Tell you about everybody.
Talk about who?
Prince.
Oh.
Actually, I'm leaving to in a couple of weeks. He was supposed to get his star, but he ain't getting it now. It's a big legal thing with it. But Jerome Benton is doing a Under the Cherry Moon. He's doing a
40 years.
Yeah, so I can't wait to do that. And then I'll be flying back to Vegas. That Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis is doing some stuff too. But yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Maybe I can bring a couple of guests up on here.
Yes.
From my past that can actually tell some stories too.
Hey,
let's see if Gloria come on here, because we got some stories to tell. She need to write her book too. Get her to it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Definitely.
Yes, please read it. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Regina Hall, thank you for coming through this.
Thank you.
Inspirations and advancements on Community Megabytes on IAXIS Radio. We're gonna close this segment out with Shayla Dunn's got the people talking, like we got the people talking right now. So definitely. And we're gonna come back with Did You Hear That Yet? Right here, Community Megabytes on IAXIS Radio.
Late night, city lights. You pull me in so softly, whispering my name like you know you got me. Every step we take, yeah, the world keeps watching. 'Cause every move we make got the people talking. We 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 got the people talking. We
talking. When hand in hand, baby, we move like rhythm. They wonder how we shine. Tell them love's our prison. Try to break us down, but the truth ain't stopping. We rise above the noise while the people keep talking. Oh, let them say what they want. We don't bend, we don't break. We got love worth the risk, worth the time that it takes. In the middle of the noise, it's your heartbeat I'm calling. Cause as long as I got you, let the people keep talking. We got the people talking. We got the people talking. We got the people talking. Oh, we got the people talking. Oh, we got the people talking. Oh, we got the people talking. Got the people talking. We 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 got the people talking.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back to Community Megabytes. And now we're going to enter Did You Hear That Yet? And we're gonna start this segment off with, we've been waiting on doing this video and putting this video out for a good minute. Song's been rotating around our circulation for about a month now. Off the Good Eats album 4, Leftovers Deluxe, we have the new video of Donnie Ross featuring Autumn Guinevere. This is called Kick My Flow right here. Community Megabytes. Did you hear that yet? On IAXS Radio. Let's go.
Yeah.
One.
Drama few bars so I can buy a few cars. Then I kick a few flows so I can pimp a few hoes. Drama few bars so I can buy a few cars. Then I kick a few flows, kick a few flows. So drama few bars so I can buy a few cars. Then I kick a few flows so I can pimp a few hoes. Drama few bars so I can buy a few cars. Then I kick a few flows, kick a few flows.
When plan A fails, it's quickly how the plot change. Think you at the top, steady jumping on the bed with no box springs. Interrupt the middle of your best speech, taking family pictures, then open hand smack you in the next week. I can't is a loser's mentality. Murder cases thrown out the pleas of insanity. Better write the best verse of your life rhyming after me. Living like a bum, don't blame it on the tax increase. Nope. Set goals and work towards it. Let your money stack, then put it down on your first mortgage. Shorty acting strange, kept saying she felt nauseous. On them early mornings, getting fucked in the clerk's office. Don't let the haters trick you out of your spots. Some listen, but the rest end up dressed with nice suits in a box. The block wants you dead, fighting to stay alive. Low ferocious on a wing scale, category 5.
Drama few bars so I can buy a few cars. Then I kick a few flows so I can pimp a few hoes. Drama few bars so I can buy a few cars. Then I kick a few flows, kick a few flows so I can drama few bars so I can buy a few cars. Then I kick a few flows so I can pimp a few hoes. Drama few bars so I can buy a few cars. Then I kick a few flows, kick a few flows so I can.
Y'all bitches think I'm pussy, just some white girl from Brooklyn. Subscribe to all my pages just to check what I've been cooking. Y'all looking for any chance I get to get y'all foot in. All that stalking just to hate you, boy, just stick to losing. See, I'm great at what I do. Creative productivity, shit I never see in you. And I swear it's hard to digest when they think they all so smooth. Got their balls rubbed and ego boosted when they with their crew. Yeah. And for me, it's just a race to the top. Can't see who on the sidelines, just been writing on stop. So get the fuck up out my DMs, unless you here to talk shop. Tryna get me out for drinks, I want this album to drop. Always white girl this and white girl that. White girl gave you rhythm and it's just so sad. You niggas meet me and just get so mad. Yo bro, I think your pussy's bleeding, go put on this pad. Focus on your bag and get up out my ass, damn.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Donnie Ross featuring Autumn Guinevere, Kick My Flow off the Good Eats album, Good Eats Volume 4, Leftover Deluxe album. Yeah. Dope record. Of course. The next record we're going to get into is the Soul Train Line remix by my man T Doe. It's a funky little remix right here. I want you to peep this out right here. Community Megabytes. Did you hear that yet on IAXIS Radio? Let's go.
This is that new Tito. Soul Train Line. I need everybody tonight. See, I can't do this one here by myself. But just join in. And I'm gonna show you how to do it. Yes, sir. Hey, let's start a soul train line. Y'all, let's start a soul train line. Hey, hop on that soul train line. Y'all, let's start a soul train line. Hey, to the left, to the left, to the right, to the right, to the left, to the left, to the right. To the left, to the left, to the right, to the right, to the left, to the left, to the right. It's Tito Brown, and I'm known to do my thing. But I'ma need y'all to hop on this train. Look at your partner and say, what did you come to do? And that train is coming, so somebody say choo choo. To the left, to the left, to the right, to the right, to the left, to the left, to the right. To the left, to the left, to the right, to the right, to the left, to the left, to the right. I'm on this soul train line. Hey, I'm on this soul train line. Hey, get on this soul train line. Hey, I'm on this soul train line.
Come on.
Hey,
I'm feeling like Seki. Get in line. I got my cup in the air. Won't waste no time. Everybody lined up to do their thing. Grab a hold of your lady, girl, get your man. That girl is so damn fine. I'm about to lose my mind. I'm ready to ride, cause my train goes all night.
hey, let's start a soul train line. Y'all, let's start a soul train line. Hey, hop on that soul train line. Y'all, let's start a soul train line. Hey, now move your body, move your body, and now slide your body, slide your body, and now move your body, move your body, and now slide your body, slide your body to the left, to the left. To the right, to the right, to the left, to the left, to the right. To the left, to the left, to the right, to the right, to the left, to the left, to the right.
Tito Brown and Mike Clark Jr. Soul Train Line remix, man. I was getting into that right there. You know what I'm saying? I like that. You know what I'm saying? Take me back to, mid to late 80s sound. Those who know, they know. You know what I'm saying? Next record we're going to get into is from Money Train Entertainment, LLC. This artist is named Money Train. And he ain't got a problem with tricking because he got it. So the next record that we're going to get into is called Tricking. Right here on Community Megabytes. Did you hear that yet on IAXIS Radio? Let's go.
Oh, yeah. This goes out to all my fellas and all my ladies. So just listen. It ain't tricking if you got it, fellas. And ladies, if he ain't tricking, you must not be a treat. It ain't tricking if you got it. Yes, I will. I'ma spend this money on you. It ain't tricking if you got it. Yes, I will. Spend this money on you. It ain't tricking if you got it. I'ma spend this money on you. It ain't tricking if you got it. Yes, I will. Spend this money on you. See a real grown woman takes care of everything. She don't make no excuses, she get it by any means. She work hard just to pay the rent. Her baby daddy, he ain't really worth a shit. She pretty much doing everything wrong. Always home taking care of them kids. So let me take you on a date, get your nails done. I can pay a bill if that's what you need. Cause somebody told me a long time ago, you know the cool mama ain't free. It ain't tricking if you got it. Yes, I will. I'ma spend this money on you. It ain't tricking if you got it. Yes, I will. Spend this money on you. It ain't tricking if you got it. I'ma spend this money on you. It ain't tricking if you got it. Yes, I will. Spend this money on you. Hey, let me tell you about a grown man. He'll buy whatever he wants. Them shoes, them clothes, that jewelry, baby. And he'll buy expensive cologne. So, if he really wants you, he'll do whatever it takes. Cause a man like me already know you gotta pay to play. Just give me your time. Let me hit it from behind. I ain't playing no games, I'll pay when I need to pay. Cause I know the cool mama ain't free. It ain't tricking if you got it. Yes, I will. I'ma spend this money on you. It ain't tricking if you got it. Yes, I will. Spend this money on you. It ain't tricking if you got it. I'ma spend this money on you. It ain't tricking if you got it. Yes, I will. Spend this money on you. If you can cook and clean, I will. I'ma spend this money on you. If you can be my peace of mind, spend this money on you. And if you're free, nasty, babe, I'ma spend this money on you. Spend this money on you.
The new voice of the Carolinas, that's Money Train. It ain't tricking if you got it. Tricking. Right here, Community Megabytes. Did you hear that yet on IAXIS Radio? It's a cool record, You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm not going to say what I know, but anyway, you know what I'm saying? We're going to get into this new record right here by my man, K. Sean. Those of y'all who remember the record Across the Ocean, you know what I'm saying? On the Ocean. That's what it was called, On the Ocean, from a few years back. You know what I'm saying? She's a Chi-Town native. You know what I'm saying? You know, that was a classic record, classic album. You got a new one, you know what I'm saying? And the song's called Think About Me. We got that for you right here, Community Megabytes. Did you hear that yet on IAXIS Radio? Let's go.
Long days and nights I'm out of town, and sometimes my job means I'm not around. Sometimes I love you doesn't make a sound, and I wish I was by your side right now. 3 long days and nights, you're all alone. When you get out of the shower, put my shirt on. Before you go to bed, can you spray my cologne? It's the best I can do till I get home. I want you to be happy, and I just wanna be the reason I stay on your mind. I'm on my way past the county line, and baby I know I I need you right now. I only got to drop 2 more miles. I want you to be happy, and I'm on your knee. Reasons I stay on your mind. I'm on my way to county line. And baby, I know I'm not there, but I'm on the way because I am there. Think about me, think about me. And when I'm on the road, because of my time, every mile I drive, but I'm thinking about you. Think about me, think about me. Yeah.
Yes, K-Sean, Think About Me on Community Megabytes. Did you hear that yet? Yeah, smooth record, smooth record. Now, I couldn't wait to get to this record right here. This next joint coming up right here. And this is coming from Groove Masters label. From the Groove Masters label. This female singer right here, man, she got another banger right here. You know what I'm saying? This is Sabrina Cole. It's called You Can Hit This. Right here, Community Megabytes. Did you hear that yet? On IAXIS Radio. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I see the way you're looking when I walk in the room. I get so burned by, feel the tension bloom. Ain't gotta say a word, yeah, your eyes confess. You've been waiting all night just to make that move. Yes, I'm leaning in close, let the rhythm play. Got you caught up in the heat, no escape. A little tease, little smile on my lips. Boy, if you want it, you can handle this. You can hit this, if you do it right. Yeah, take your time, don't rush the night. I'ma let you get a taste just a little bit, but you gotta earn it if you want all this. You can hit this, don't you waste my vibe. Keep it smooth, keep it real, no lies. If you play your cards right, you won't miss. Baby, come close, you can hit this. Now we're 2 steps deep in a private groove. Heartbeat sinking when you make your move. Got that confidence, yeah, I like that style. Make it feel something, stay a little while. Don't talk big if you can't come through. I need that pressure, not the usual. Show me you different, show me you legit. If you want my energy, better match my wit. If you do it right, take your time, don't rush the night. I'ma let you get a taste just a little bit, but you gotta earn it if you want all this. You can hit this, don't you waste my vibe. Keep this smooth, keep it real, no lies. If you play your cards right, you won't miss. Baby, come close, you can hit. I ain't easy, but I'm worth the chase. Got that fire, yeah, that slow embrace. If you step correct, I might let you in, but don't fumble now, don't you play pretend. Got my guard up just a little bit, but you break it down when you talk like this. Make me feel safe while you keep it slick. That's the kind of energy I can buy with. Slow it down, don't you rush my way. I like a man that know how to behave, but got that ass when the lights go low. That's when I decide how far we go. So don't mess it up, don't miss your shot. I can give you everything I got. If you ride me right, if you feel my bliss, then maybe tonight you can hit me. Take your time, don't rush the night. I'ma let you get a taste just a little bit, but you gotta earn it if you want all this. You can hit this, don't you waste my vibe. Keep it smooth, keep it real, no lies. If you play your cards right, you won't miss. Baby, come close, you can hit this.
Yeah. Sabrina Cole, you can hit this right here. Community Megabytes. Did you hear that yet? And we're gonna stick with the Groove Masters label. You know what I'm saying? They got another art. They sent another joint right here. With artist Maggie Ray, and she's doing the most. So we got that for you right here. Community Megabytes. Did you hear that? Yeah, on IAXIS Radio. Let's go.
Wake up flawless, yeah, I know I look good. Hair done, nails done, the whole mood understood. I don't tricks, I attract, get it straight. If I want it, I don't hesitate. Got a big heart, but I'm bossed up too. Soft when I'm home, but I'm savage with you. I don't play dumb, I don't play broke. If I show up, I'm doing the most. I'm doing the most. I admit it, extra with my love. Don't limit it when I want you. I don't hide it if I'm yours. I'm all inside it. I'm doing the most. No shame. If I love you, say your name. I don't do casual. I don't do ghost. Baby, I was born to do the most. If I pull up, I'm turning heads. If I text you back, you feel it in your chest. I don't beg when I make you choose. Me or nothing, what you gon' do? I spoil myself in my mental. Flowers for me and flowers for you. They say I'm a lot, I say I'm a prize. Better step up if you wanna ride. I admit it. Don't limit it when I want you. I don't hide it. I'm all inside it. No shame. If I love you, say your name. I don't do casual. I don't do ghost. Baby, I was born to do the roster. I don't want myself down for nobody. I'm a whole vibe, not a baby. You want a queen, better act royal. I need consistency, love and loyalty. I love loud, I love proud. If you mind, I'm saying it out loud. You get the real, no promo, no post, still gon' brag. Yeah, I'm gonna I don't do those. Baby, I was born to do the
Maggie Ray, the most on Community Megabytes. Did you hear that yet? And that will conclude our segment. That will actually conclude our show. If you have any suggestions, if you got topics that you want to hear, that you want us to talk about on any of our segments, like point of contentions or anything like that, or you got music that you want to send through, or if you even want to be a guest, or know somebody who would like to be a guest on the show, please feel free to hit my email at dayrf13@gmail.com, and we'll set it up. You know what I'm saying? So hey, that concludes the show, man. Thank you to Regina Hall for coming through. Inspirations and advancements. Love the talks. We're gonna bring her back. We got so much more to talk about. Also to my brother, salute. Point of contentions. Love it. We're gonna come back next week with another show, live music, filled with music. Did you hear that yet? Show. Give you the latest, greatest of the stuff that you probably not heard just yet. Live love life, take care of each other. Peace.
supposed to win when you tear me down every chance you get? How are we supposed to try when I don't wanna give you my time? Come on, let's talk for a minute. Let me show you the difference between what I'm wanting and getting. You get nothing cause that's all you've given. Oh baby, recognize the face. I can't get back one day. Tell me why I should miss it. I'm listening. So tell me how you're supposed to make me love when for the last year of my life I felt so stuck. And tell me how I'm supposed to forgive the lies. I don't wanna see you back, but I don't mind seeing you cry. I don't mind seeing you cry. How am I supposed to stop when the only thing you did for me was break my heart? How can we move on when there's nothing from you I see that I want? Come on, let's talk for a second. That mouth is talking so reckless. Explain to me why not begging couldn't make this any better. Ooh, babe, just recognize the one when you see her come. Tell me why I'm the one missing. I'm listening. So tell me how you're supposed to make me love when for the last year of my life I felt so stuck. And tell me how I'm supposed to forgive the lies. I don't wanna see you back, but I don't mind seeing you cry. I don't mind seeing you cry. Thinking I'm the only one was a big mistake. Knowing that you only one was all I'm here to get. So tell me how you're supposed to make me love when for the last year of my life I felt so stuck. And tell me I'm supposed to forgive the lies. I don't wanna see you back, baby, but I don't